Now at 5, we're busy working breaking news on this Christmas Eve, beginning in Providence, where police are investigating two separate shootings that happened in broad daylight. Shortly after noon, two people were hit by gunfire on New York Avenue. Then, about an hour later, another person was shot on Morningstar Row, seen here on the Pinpoint News Tracker. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Planner has been working both shootings. He joins us live outside Rhode Island Hospital, where the shooting victims were taken.
Kelly, good evening. That's right. Two of the men taken here in very serious shape. Providence could not get through Christmas Eve without life-threatening gun violence.
We begin at 358 New York Avenue off Eddy Street in Providence's Washington Park neighborhood about 1:15 noon.
We find two people who were on the porch in the front yard who were struck by gunfire. One critical and one non-life-threatening. Drive-by shooting. There was a vehicle involved. There may have been someone on foot as well.
All black males involved. Witnesses described a red Dodge Durango, possibly even two. We asked the colonel about the timing of all this.
Over the years, when I worked in detectives and at patrol, it's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, more so Christmas Eve.
Sadly, Colonel Clements was spot on. Just after we stopped rolling came word of another serious shooting about 2 miles away on Morningstar Row near Grace Church Cemetery.
Several shots fired. A young man has been transported to the hospital, life-threatening injuries.
Shot in this Acura. The front passenger window blasted out. Officials on scene said it was a headshot.
We're certainly looking to see if this is related to the incident an hour and a half ago, and it certainly may be.
Mayor Jorge Alorza was on both Christmas Eve scenes.
There are just too many guns on our street, in our streets, and they're in the hands of people who have violent pasts and shouldn't have guns.
We're not going to tolerate street justice. We're going to get to the bottom of it and hold people accountable, and people will be looking at long jail periods. That's not the way out of a conflict.
Commissioner Perry notes there are people who know exactly who committed these crimes, and they need to come forward and cooperate with detectives before police get to their doorsteps. Now, coming up new at 6 o'clock, we speak with a neighbor, a mother of a young boy who talks about how difficult it is to live in this environment. Live at the Providence Mobile Newsroom tonight, I'm Jared Planner, Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News is following developing news out of Providence right now. That's where Providence police are investigating a string of shootings that happened today. In all, 3 men hurt, including one who was critical tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Planner is live at Rhode Island Hospital, where he's been piecing together the details on these 3 shootings.
Kelly, good evening. 2 men in very serious shape when they came here to Rhode Island Hospital. You know, Providence police chief tells us in all of his years in the department, Christmas Eve, Christmas historically, very busy one. Sadly, I should say, this Christmas Eve fit that pattern.
Neighbors shaking their heads and frightened after 2 serious back-to-back Christmas Eve shootings in Providence. It was light out, warm, families all around.
We just want a safe neighborhood, that's all. I mean, it's dangerous to even be out.
Tejada lives across from Morningstar Row near where Broad and Elmwood meet. Police Colonel Hugh Clements says a young man was shot in this Acura, life-threatening injuries. Officials on scene said it was in the head. About an hour earlier, we had our first meeting with the colonel outside 358 New York Avenue.
We find two people who were on the porch in the front yard who were struck by gunfire. One critical and one non-life-threatening. Drive-by shooting, there was a vehicle involved. There may have been someone on foot as well.
Witnesses described a red Dodge Durango taking off, possibly 2, all black males involved. Back at Morningstar Row, families are back in their homes tonight trying to focus on the holidays. It's hard to do when you're worried about your kids, like Rosie's 3-year-old.
Yeah, of course. You know, I would want him to be out playing, but sometimes, a lot of times, that's not possible.
Both Mayor Jorge Alorza and Public Safety Commissioner Stephen Perry highly visible today. Mayor Alorza's top crime priority going after illegal guns, and Commissioner Perry pledged to catch the shooters and promised lengthy prison sentences. Live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom tonight, I'm Jared Planner, Eyewitness News.